What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today. And today we have the GeminiJets November 2025 releases for you all. I hope each and every one of you are excited for this today, eager to see what's going on here and see what they're all about. And I apologize they're a few days late, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started. Aeromexico Boeing 737 MAX 9 registered X-Ray Alpha Gulf Quebec Sierra, and this is in the cool special livery. I'm going to do my best here. I think it's Corcalian. But anyway, a very cool dragon-like, situation here, and you got some various other figures, some birds and whatnot, and some animals. So very good looking livery, and it is the revised livery as well. So this is looking really nice. Saw this at LAX a few months ago. It's a great plane. So really happy to see the variety beginning to release here, and overall so far so good. So we like it. A Delta Boeing 767-300ER registered November 199 Delta November, the typical rotation of iconic aircraft that Gemini continues to do for the legacy carriers. So great to see this, and really helpful for anybody that doesn't have it yet. And the Gemini 76 mold is pretty good, so that's definitely a solid choice right there. We have another very obscure retro UAE aircraft. This is the Emirates Boeing 737-300, obviously a huge partnership and strong holding with Emirates. They've done 727, A310, and now the 737-300. So cool aircraft for sure. Hopefully they'll continue to utilize the 733 mold, but for anybody that's interested in a throwback Dubai project, there are certainly aircraft that are being released for it, so that's pretty cool. And then we also have an Emirates Sky Cargo Boeing 777 Freighter, Alpha 6 Echo Foxtrot Victor. These are cool planes, always happy to see them, as there's not too many of them, so they're not necessarily obscure, but you definitely have to go on a search for them. So very happy to see this aircraft here as well, and that's definitely a very strong release, so that's looking nice. And we also have the interactive configuration here as well, so that's looking nice too, and another really solid aircraft there for the release in 1-400 scale this month. We have a Qatar Airways Boeing 777-9X Alpha 7 Bravo Kilo Alpha. Qatar Airways has a very large order for the 777X, so it's looking really cool. Obviously, kind of looks like a 777-300 with just a very amped up engine there, and obviously the foldable wingtips. So looking quite nice, and I'm eager to see how this turns out, and hopefully they'll actually fly at some point. But Gemini has finally gave in doing aircraft that liveries that aren't actively flying yet, like Ethiopian. Now we have this Qatar Airways, so yeah, looking nice. And again, I hope that they'll get flying soon. Definitely like to see it. Wildcat Diecast has some of the best model aircraft deals out there. From great prices to all the brands to free shipping, Wildcat Diecast has you covered. This model aircraft retailer is a game changer and saves you money with every order. Save even more money with discount code CM Aviation for 10% off. Be sure to check out Wildcat Diecast and bring those amazing deals to your model aircraft collection today. Ooh, a United Solbass Boeing 727-100 registered November 7001 uniform. Very cool. So I believe I have JetX or Dragon Wings for this, but generally speaking, this is a pretty tough aircraft to find. So I'm really excited to see GeminiJets doing this aircraft, and this is awesome for the community. So continuing to sprinkle in some retro gems, and Solbass is fantastic. So great to see Gemini continuing to maximize their resources here, and I'm eager to see how this is going to turn out, and really happy to see that 721 getting utilization after quite a bit of 722s. So great release, and I know many collectors are going to be happy about that. So that is a very nice release right there. That will be very desired. And yeah, a very small release here for 1-400 this month. Kind of a little bit of transitional, and we don't even have a Gemini Max aircraft. So yeah, overall definitely a smaller set for sure, there's no doubt about it, but there are some gems and a few aircraft for everybody. There's some nice variety there, so I'm sure December will amp it up. So there's what we have for the 1-400. So let's get started with the 1-200s. The American 77-9 from last month comes up to this month, 836 this time, and it's looking quite nice. And I also want to apologize about this. In the last Gemini release reaction, I said that the color was terrible. This monitor actually reflects it terribly. I was watching the video back on my phone, and the picture was perfectly fine. So I sincerely apologize about that. I'll even bring it over to my other monitor, and it looks much better over here. But this particular one, my main primary monitor here, has some sort of color ratio, saturation issue. So I'd definitely get it looked into. But as you can tell, I can see all this fine. We have a gray background here and blue over here on the left. Just the one American livery that really threw it off, so I apologize about that. As expected, flaps and slats extended are here, so definitely happy to see that as well. And for any collectors that are interested, that is the option there. We have a Business Express Airlines Saab 340A, definitely a little bit different, November 749 Bravo Alpha. And this is actually for Delta Connection, I believe, is what appears here. The Delta Connection, I think, is what this is saying here. So yeah, a very neat aircraft, definitely, tapping into some very, unique aspects of the community. So really happy to see this aircraft and eager to see how it's going to turn out. So this is looking very nice and eager to see how it all comes together right there. So that's definitely a very unique aircraft right there. Same story for the Emirates now that we have the Etihad Boeing 777-9X and 1-200 Alpha 6 Foxtrot Alpha Alpha. And yeah, glad to see Etihad also with a large order of these. They obviously are a big operator of the Boeing 777, so this is only logical in the long term. So eager to see how this turns out, and I really want to see, I hope that we'll see the day where we get to fly this aircraft and from the inside of the plane see the winglets coming in and out. I think that would be so cool on the ground. So we'll see how that all comes together. Same story for the coming up here of the Dreamliners, this time the Hawaiian version, 71 Hotel Alpha, which is actually, I believe, the registration that I flew. So I didn't even put that together in the last release. Or, yeah, the Hawaiian wasn't in this previous release. I don't think they've done this. So that's huge that they're doing the registration I flew. So I'll definitely have to flip-flop my... because I have the 1-200 and the 1-400, so I got a big decision here on what I want to do, because this is the exact registration I flew, similar to the British A380 they redid. So we'll have to make some critical decisions here, but definitely excited to see that, and a very appropriate time for a re-release considering the popularity of these aircraft. So that's very exciting. And finally, the Icelandair A321neo makes it up here, and this is a long awaited. This has been out on 1-400 for months now. I think, well, I guess it was September, so not crazy. I guess maybe it was August. So I guess it wasn't, forever ago, but it definitely wasn't, recently by any means. So great to see that, and that's a great looking plane. So glad to see that making its appearance. I ran Air Boeing 747-100 Echo Papa India Alpha Mike, so another very unique piece here, and really glad to see Gemini continuing to expand on, once again, not only retro aircraft that are US based, but also internationally too. So everybody's going to be happy about the variety there, I would argue. So happy to see that. Speaking of those retro offerings, that JAL Indy 90 comes up to the 1-200 scale as well from the previous release. So looking very nice right there. Yeah, this one also has a weird color saturation too. It looks like blue, which is kind of weird. But anyway, it's looking nice, and definitely happy to see that looking strong there as well. So happy to get the feature right there. And then the Northwest Boeing 767-300 makes it up, 587 November Whiskey. Very cool aircraft, and I'm really glad to see them doing these really unique retro jets as well. So definitely looking quite nice there with that aircraft too. And we have the Qantas Santa's Freight Airbus A321 freighter right in time for Christmas, Victor Hotel Foxtrot, X-Ray Foxtrot 4. So I got to see this aircraft in Sydney. It's really cool. You obviously got Santa Claus back here with the Qantas Routel, and then you have some presents up here below the cargo door, and quite a appropriate livery. And then you got Santa's Freight on there too. So they're really advertising it well. Definitely would like to get the 1-400 at some point for Coral Sea or even normal freighter. But yeah, the 321 I think will turn into a workhorse in the cargo community long term. So keep our eyes out on that in long term. And here is a new throwback aircraft 1-200. This is a Saudi Arabian McDonnell Douglas MD-90 Hotel Zulu Alpha Papa India. So definitely some real retro throwbacks in this particular set here. So yeah, very similar to JAL, a really interesting area that they're tapping into here. But I think this is great once again for that variety, and Gemini continue to expand their ever-growing catalog of diverse aircraft. So I'm very happy to see this here, and I think this will be a really hot seller for all those that are interested. So definitely really excited about that, to say the least. You got the United 747 SP right here, so very happy to see that. That'll be great to get in 1-400, so number 145 Uniform Alpha, and this aircraft's also looking very nice there as well. So happy to see them doing this, and this is going to be a great aircraft right there. So really happy to see that coming to fruition. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. So another good one right there. And even a Flaps and Slats Extended, which I don't think they've done many of. I think they did TWA and so forth previously, so I'm definitely excited to see them do this here on the Knights Battleship Gray, which is a terrific livery. This is going to be a hot seller, and I'm eager to see how this turns out from a mold perspective and all of it coming together. It's going to be great. We also got the Martinburg West Virginia Air National Guard C5, which I did not know West Virginia National Guard had C5s. That's news to me, so the more you learn, right? Very happy to see this too. I'd love to get a 1-200 C5 at some point. I don't know if I'm more shocked about that, or if West Virginia having C5s is just crazy to me. So definitely going to be researching that afterward. That's completely news to me, so that's crazy. And also a Castellar Air Force Base C-130. So great to get this aircraft as well. And flying, I can't see what this is. Flying what? Let me see if I can zoom in here. Flying, res isn't there. Jenny's, I think is what that says. So yeah, great to get another nice C-130. And for anybody interested in C-130, this is definitely a fantastic opportunity to take advantage of right there. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the GeminiJets November 2025 releases. Starting with 1 to 400, it's a very consolidated set. We've had some really good releases and other manufacturers getting involved too, so stay tuned on videos for that. But nevertheless, very excited to see what's going on here with GeminiJets and the 1 to 400 scale. I think there's some good ones here. I'd definitely consider that United 727, but otherwise this will be a nice month to continue to save money towards other manufacturers and so forth, so stay tuned for that. With our 1 to 200 sector, it's a very large release. There's quite a few aircraft here. There is no shortage of variety, whether you like narrow bodies, wide bodies, props, you know, old freighter, or sorry, new freighter aircraft, and then obviously old and new liveries and everywhere in between. So I love the variety. I think there's certainly a plane for everybody here, especially if you're a retro collector. There's retro planes from all over the world, so definitely a really good variety and no shortage of opportunity. And even if you like military, that is present too. And I still can't believe West Virginia has C5s, but it's always great to learn. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Definitely eager to hear your all's thoughts and eager to see where we go as we continue to move forward. But with all that being said, I really hope all of you enjoyed today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Everybody, take it easy. Everybody stay safe. Trust process. Do you love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.